Going on folks, it's Esskimo of GetRichRapping.com. We're back again for another 5 tips video, and today we're going into time management for music artists and producers. Now I know that time management is something that a lot of people struggle with. The reason I know this is because I see people on some bullshit out there doing some stupid things with their time. Like, listen, a lot of people say they haven't got time to do their music thing or blah blah blah, but they got time to do stupid little Facebook quizzes or send game invites. The fact that they say that they don't have time to get anywhere with their music or to put anything into their music is just all an illusion. You have got so much time. You have got 168 hours in a week, right? You can spare 15-20 hours of those, no matter what you've got going on. If you've got time to bullshit and mess around, you've got 15 or 20 hours at least focused full effort into actually making something of your life. Now when I first started, I was just running around, kinda knew what I had to do, but I had no plan, no direction. My time wasn't managed, I was just fluttering around, right? But of course over time I've learned how to manage my time and get stuff done, and especially get things done in the right order and fix up my priorities. So today I'm going to give you 5 tips on how you can do that too. Number 1 is to work out your day. And what I mean is, take a look at your day. Take a look at all the time you're spending and what you're doing. You may be working a certain amount of hours every day. You might be spending a certain amount of time with your family. Then when you add 8 hours sleep in the mix, and you add in the time you spend eating, the time you spend going back and forth work, it seems like you haven't got much time in the day, right? But you do have time. There's going to be a couple of hours here and there where you can get stuff done. Now the important thing is planning out that time. What are you going to do during that time? You figure out what you're going to do and you execute. Super focused, super on point. And let's be honest, do you need 8 hours of sleep? I know we all love our sleep, right? And this is going to be hard for some people. But if you make a habit of only getting 6 hours instead of 8, your body's going to catch up to that habit. It's going to adapt, and you're going to find it a lot easier to run with less sleep and add 2 more hours to your day. Are certain things necessary? Do you really need to be doing some of the things that you're doing? Could that time be used more effectively? Tip number 2 is to make things easier. I'm a big believer in automation, and when I say automation, I mean scheduling your post to go out. Yes, you're in work all day, so you feel like you haven't got much time to stay up to date with your social media, but as you probably know, social media is near enough the heartbeat of what goes on in the culture today. To be spending that much time away from social media means you're sacrificing opportunities to build your fan base and your brand every day. So schedule your posts, set some time aside and pump out a few updates, pump out a few links, and just have them released through the day, through the weeks. Then you can go out there and do what's important and the things that you've got to handle, knowing that all of your social media and everything is taken care of. Another thing is to get an autoresponder like Aweber, and what you can do then is start collecting emails of your fans and your supporters as you go along, and set up an email follow-up list where that runs on autopilot and it's constantly sending emails to them every day or every week, whatever intervals you want to send them in. It's going to save you a lot of time constantly trying to reach out to people with the little time you do get to focus. Tip number 3, be concise. Get rid of the fluff, get rid of all the extra details, blah 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 blah. Let's get right to the point. Let's be concise. Let's say what we want. Let's go get what we want. Especially when it comes to communication. If you're communicating with someone that can do something for you, or someone that's giving you an opportunity, or someone you'd like an opportunity from, keep it short. No one wants your life story. Nobody wants the drama. Nobody wants all the extra stuff. Let's keep it concise. What do we want? Where are we going with it? Let's just get straight to the point and move on. There's no point in spending 20 minutes having a conversation when you can have that exact same conversation in a more concise form in 2 minutes and already be working on it. Get into the habit of moving conversations towards the action. That's going to save you a lot of time. Tip 4 is to value your time. Now, something that I always do, and it's something that I learned from Brian Tracy when I first got into marketing, was to always constantly be asking myself, what is the most valuable use of my time right now? Not what do I want to do, not what would be easy to do right now. What is the single most valuable use of my time? Whether it's the most difficult thing, whether it's the easiest thing to do. What is the most valuable use of your time right now? See, a mistake people often make is to get rid of the easy stuff first. Let's work on all the easy stuff and then we'll work on the hard stuff later. Then when it comes to later and all you've got is hard stuff to do, that's when the people with not a lot of willpower, or people who haven't worked up to a level of willpower yet, are going to give up when they've got big tasks ahead of them. They've got to get 5-6 things done where they could have just spread them out, Done something hard, done something easy. Done something hard, done something easy. What's the most valuable use of your time? Always do the most important task. Like I say, whether that's hard, whether that's easy. Whatever's the most important is what you need to be doing right this second. Number 5, nice and simple. Write down weekly objectives. I get the impression that people, like I said in the beginning, just flutter around and just do stuff and they don't know what they're doing. They're just trying to get big. Okay, we need to be more specific on what we say is big for a start. And then we've got to be specific on what we're going to do this week to make that happen. So we need to set objectives. Maybe your fan page is at 200 likes right now. And you say, right, by the end of this week, I'm going to be at 300. You might be at 800 YouTube subscribers. You say, at the end of this week, I'm going to be at 1,000 subscribers. I'm sure through the years, you've had races, right? You've had races with your friends. Or even maybe you've run a marathon or something. You feel like you've got nothing, right? You're running out of energy. Ooh, it's getting difficult. And then you see the finish line and all of a sudden, you've got this burst of energy because you see the finish line. You know where the finish line is. There's no more mystery of where it's going to be. You see the finish line. So it makes absolute sense to always know where the finish line is. When you know where the finish line is, you know how fast you've got to run. So always set a finish line. Every week, every day, every month, every year, set a finish line. Then when you cross it, keep running and pick another one. It's also a great way to track your progress when you look at it like, okay, so last week I got 100 new subscribers. This week I've got 200, you know, it dipped back on the next week, but then the week after that, 300, and then you can work out what's working, which strategies are working for you. So write down a set of weekly objectives, make sure. So that was 5 time management tips for music artists and producers. Hope this one's helped you a lot. I've been getting a lot of great feedback for these 5 tip videos and I'm really enjoying making them, especially being able to use the green screen again. If you liked it, it makes sense to like it. If you'd like to see more videos like this, it makes sense to subscribe. And if I helped you, it's your turn to help me by sharing this video. And of course, if you want daily tips and advice from myself, in the description you're going to find a link that says how to marketmymusic.uk. Click that link, sign up. I'm going to be at you every day in your email to give you some new advice and keep you motivated for your journey towards your success with music. So as always, don't get mad, get motivated. Don't make hits, make history. If you don't like it, go long. Enjoy your motherfucking day. Peace.